Hi, and welcome back to the Secret of the Game course. This is Love Dynamics, and this is lesson 22. Like attraction, falling in love experience is not a choice. So one of the things that we're going to have to realize is David D'Angelo really pioneered this concept of attraction not being a choice, but we've extended it to actually falling in love experience, because not only is it about, stoking attraction in her, but when you're keeping it in the undefined interaction space and showing status intelligence for long enough, coupled with flirting and physicality, and not certainty seeking, she's going to begin to chase and fall in love with you and experience that falling in love experience. So the ability to do that is what we're going to be chatting about. Understanding falling in love experience, polarity is the path to true love. So this is a big paradigm shift where, a lot of times men have thought that the way to, true love is by seeking to engineer love and being romantic and that sort of thing. But in reality, modern dating in the West, polarity is actually the path to true love. And that's a function of demonstrating status intelligence. And you get that credit from her arbitraging ego of, the different status intelligence or attraction units that you developed with her through flirtation and physicality and all of that stuff. And that's actually going to activate the mate selection mechanism in her. And if you can keep that flipped on for long enough, that's going to trigger her to have that falling in love experience with you. So it's not a conscious choice, and similar to attraction, falling in love is not a conscious decision, but a reaction to continued engagement with a high status intelligent male. So the role of mate selection mechanism, we've extended engagement with physicality, and that triggers her mate selection mechanism even further, leading to that falling in love experience. So the key takeaway here is by continuing to display status intelligence in each aspect of your life, especially the love life architecture side. Keep in mind that the status, remember we talked about the paradigm shift of status being relative to feelings we can generate in a girl by being social, going for flirtation and polarity and physicality, and keeping it in that undefined interaction space. She's eventually going to begin to chase you. So that's where uncertainty works to your advantage in the interaction space, where competition for attention exists. And that's going to trigger her falling in love experience to make sure that she can get you. When we're talking about triggering the falling in love experience, we have to avoid formalization. So formalizing relationships eliminates that uncertainty. And uncertainty is your friend in helping her to experience that falling in love experience. So dampening the thrill of the interaction space and decreasing the falling in love experience is what's done when the male seeks to certainty seek. By attaching a label or seeking to attach labels or volunteering his exclusivity to her. So true love as arbitrage driven by polarity. It's arbitrage-based love. The true love is based on arbitrage, where uncertainty and the daily earning of each other's affection can create continuous value over time. And that is done, as we talked about, by remaining congruent to status intelligent, not changing the behaviors that got her attracted in the first place, but keeping it in that undefined interaction space and really focusing on that polarity dynamic that occurs when you're able to do that and not certainty seek. That's what's going to allow her to have that falling in love experience with you, and she will eventually volunteer her exclusivity to you as you're a top 1% male, even in the very competitive love life markets that is Western dating. So stay tuned.